I won't flatter you by saying all these words intellectual or something, but I really felt genuine person.
I was always a genuine person. You never tried talking to me.
Chalo, let's have a genuine interview then. Chalo. I'll keep making you little lovers. We have someone at Etimes today. Someone, if you look at her and you will say, where was she for so long? She rarely gives interviews, but thank you, Meera Chopra. Thank you very much for this one-to-one conversation. And,
I'm obliged.
I
was looking for this moment.
I'm glad, and I really want to straight away ask you, where have you been?
Around.
Because we see a lot of tweets here and there, a lot of Insta posts here and there, but we hardly see you. And hardly is a modest word I'm asking you.
I know. You don't see me. You don't see me.
Yeah,
that's the reality. So, I've always had this rule about myself that I'll come out only if I'm doing something. If I'm not doing something, I don't want to come out and just be there, because then I feel it's extremely forced. It's extremely wannabe, because you're not doing anything, but you're out there lecturing people. I don't want to do that. For me, my work is very important. I want people to see my work. And then if I think I have a voice by the work that I'm doing, then I want to come out and talk. Otherwise, I think it makes no sense.
But you know what is happening in your case? What you said, I got it. You will come out when you are doing work, right?
Yeah.
But I'm hardly seeing hardly seeing your
What?
films. Yeah. And
so I'm not coming out because I'm not working.
Yeah. So I strongly believe here to add that the industry has not given you your due. Do you agree with me?
I agree more than you do. Yes. If you ask me what's the reason behind it, I really can't pinpoint one, but few reasons that I have also tried figuring out myself, because when you don't have work, you think, you feel that where have you failed? And I have that conversation with myself a lot. And I think areas where I failed is, I've been here since long, you know me. But still, I'm not the part of industry. I couldn't make myself a part of industry. I'm very bad in networking. I'm very bad in making friends. I'm very bad in being a part of a group or being a part of the camp. And that's very important, because I've realized people work with people whom they are comfortable with, whom they are friends with. If somebody doesn't know you, they probably won't give you work. They'll give work to somebody they are friends with. And till today, I've not been able to crack that code. So I've really failed there. I think that's my weakness. But I don't know what to do about it, honestly. मुझे नहीं पता कि camp के अंदर कैसे घुसना है. I don't know that. So now what I'm doing is, I probably won't get a film with a big hero, because I've not been able to crack that code yet. But I'm doing stuff which is female centric, which doesn't need to have a big hero with you, where you can tell something to the society. Strong films which are revolving around you. So I think now I'm concentrating there. I'm getting a very good response there.
But you just said that you spoke to yourself.
Yes, I did.
On various factors. Now, one of them is this, that why you couldn't socialize, or what was the other thing, or what were the other things?
I think this is the main reason. The other thing I would say is I'm probably introvert as a person. I can't really put myself out. Like, even when you say that there are a lot of actors in this industry when they are not working, but they are out. They are going to gym, they are going to airport, they are going everywhere and getting pictured. I can't do that. I feel that's nonsense. And Bollywood is tough, yeah. It's tough. It's tough to make your mark. It's tough to break through. And now, especially now, with so many star actors coming in, they are doing 90% of the good work, I feel. And I understand why they are doing 90% of the good work. So People like me are they are left with probably 5 to 6%. I can't fight with stars, kids. I can't even compete with them. So many times I give very less auditions because I feel that because a lot of times it has happened that I've auditioned for something which probably I was better at, but somebody known to the industry got the role. So I can't fight with that, can I? Because I understand that they have their own clan. So, these factors matters a lot till the time you're very aggressively out. And I'm never very aggressively out. So I think, yeah, that's about it. Bollywood बहुत मुश्किल है यार crack करना. Like, after like 8-9 years, I feel I am still struggling. And the struggle will never get over for somebody who's from outside, I feel.
You answered 2-3 questions in that. Which
I'm
was going
sorry.
to ask you. Which I was going to ask you. So thank you for
sorry.
that comprehensive answer. But then how about going back to South? I mean, you started off in South very
Yes.
well in 2005, I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And till 2013-14, you were doing pretty well.
So,
And
yeah.
then you got into this 2014 in Bollywood
Yeah.
gang of ghosts.
Yeah.
And then it all slowed down.
Yeah. So South was a very short journey. I did South from 2005 to 2009, 8, 9. And then I went to, because I started right after my 12th. Then I went to America to finish my studies. And when I came back, I went to South again because that was an easy ground, right? But when I went back, I wasn't very happy because when I was working for 3-4 years in South initially, I wasn't very happy because I could never get a hang of language. I was never an actor. I didn't even know that acting would be my forte. But I started enjoying the process. And when you start enjoying the process, you want to give your best. लेकिन जब तुम भाषा नहीं बोल सकते तो तुम कैसे अपना बेस्ट दोगे?
There's a disconnect.
Yeah, a total disconnect. So South was, I'm sorry to say, but majorly for money. Money was very good there. And then I was learning something new, which I have not done before in my life. But when I came back from America and I went back to South, it was very clear in my head that this is not what I want to do. And then I went to Delhi. I did a job in NDTV for like 6 months because I was in such a confused state that what do I want to do in my life? I was a trainee in an NDTV, but I wasn't even happy there. पता है क्या होता है? एक जो सच्ची बात है ना, एक्टिंग का कीड़ा जब तुम्हें लग जाए ना, तो you can never be happy anywhere. I really feel that now. So that's the time I decided I want to come to Hindi and I want to try Bollywood. But because of my experience in South of such large commercial cinema, I was always a part of commercial cinema where actress को कुछ करना नहीं पड़ता. She's just there. I was very clear I don't want to do that. And when you're very clear you don't want to do that, तो बताओ ना कितनी options रह जाती है. So yeah, that's how even in the starting I would say I made many. I was very, very choosy. I would say no to scripts which I just didn't want to do. I was very overconfident about myself because my South journey was very easy. So मैं इतने overconfidence के साथ आई थी कि मैं ऐसे crack कर लूँगी. But वो ऐसे crack नहीं हुआ. And in that confidence, I kept saying no to many projects that today I feel मुझे नहीं बोलने चाहिए थे शायद.
Like?
Lots. Let me not name them. And then, yeah, it just started getting mushkil. But I think now, after so many years, oh my God, after so many years, I feel I'm in a better space.
Did you meet any filmmakers or any casting directors or anybody from the industry along the way who you got wrong vibes from, and there were more instances and that also made you a little wary and or rather upset?
So I think in Bollywood, that's where I've been fortunate with. No, not even one. Like wrong vibes, I didn't get any, and probably here I would say I didn't go through any wrong experience because I was coming with a lot of experience from South, and then probably because everybody knew that she's related to Priyanka. So Never, not even once. Like, and everybody, my welcome was really welcomed. Like, it was quite easy for me to get meetings. Everybody was very welcoming. Wrong vibes to meko kabhi nahi mili. And I think that's one place where I've been fortunate. अगर वैसा होता तो probably I would have run away long time back. I've stayed here. I've been passionate about work. I have waited just because I thought that I'll be able to do it.
You said you didn't get wrong vibes in Bollywood, but what about South?
Oh, South में तो I always anyways feel Vicky कि जब तुम्हें घर बैठे बैठे काम मिलता है ना तो तुम्हारे साथ कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता. जब तुम जाके काम मांगते हो ना, that is where the power play comes. And my South journey was मेरे को बैठे बैठे काम मिल रहा था. I mean, I was at the position of power. So when that happens, anyways, you don't get to experience anything wrong. It's only when you go and ask for work and the other person is more powerful to you, then only those things happen.
So are you telling me that if you are at a party or at a function and you happen to see a good filmmaker or a good writer, you are not going to walk up and say that I want to work with you?
No, now I will not.
Why?
Just, it's a rule that I've made for myself. Who does not know?
But
Okay, tell me something.
But it's not necessary. Let me interrupt you here. It's not necessary that the person there is going to indulge in that power play.
Oh no, I'm not doing it because of that. I am not asking work because I feel everybody knows me in the industry. There's nobody who does not know me in the industry now. If they want to give me work, they'll call. They will give me work.
But यार एक recall value भी होती है ना. Suppose you disappeared from the scene.
But I've never really disappeared from the scene. Honestly, for directors and producers. For media, yes. For directors and producers, never. I have a manager who's constantly looking for work. I don't go to parties. जो आप मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो ना वो मेरे साथ कभी हुआ ही नहीं है क्योंकि मैं पार्टीज में जाती ही नहीं हूँ. And I've never attended Bollywood or South parties since the starting of my career because I'm not a party person. I'm not a night person. I want to come home by 9 o'clock. And I'm a personality who would not want to do something which I'm not happy with. I will not do it even if it's giving me something in return. If it's not making him happy, I'm not gonna do it. So I didn't do that because of that. So वो party में जाके मैंने किससे पूछ लिया. I have messaged a lot of producers and directors, WhatsApp, that hey, you making this? I really want to be a part of it. I've done all that. And sometimes it has worked. Like Section 375. I had forced Kumarji that I want to be a part of this film. He was offering me Pagalpanti. And I said, no, I want to do Section. And he was like, you mad? You're leaving 100 crore film and you're asking me for 10 crore film. I had gone there and auditioned 5 times. I had gone to his office again and again and I said, I want to do this film. And he said, it's a Marathi girl from slums. You don't look like that. And I said, I will look like that. Please give me that film. So I have done that. I have done that with people I'm comfortable with, who are my friends. But I wouldn't just go out of my way to do this with people I don't know. And I still don't know most of the people here.
Yeah, that Anjali character in Section was...
I snatched it. It was somebody, they were auditioning everybody but not me. They were not even interested in auditioning me. Because they were like, you're too fashionable for that character. I said, I will do whatever you guys will say, but I want to do this. So yeah.
You managed to convince them.
I did. I forced them.
Any film which you have seen recently and you feel that यार ये role मुझे मिलना चाहिए.
Darlings. I'm obsessed with that film.
You wrote about it.
Yeah.
You wrote a long piece about it.
Yeah.
What was it that made you write? I was really intrigued by that piece. Do you have any friends, maybe not from the industry essentially?
Who's gone to physical abuse?
Yeah.
Not really, not somebody whom I know, but I keep reading stories, I keep listening about it, and I don't know why I was not like this before. I was just discussing it with my friend that day. Since last 3-4 years, there's a lot of change in my personality. Women causes have started affecting me on a very private level. Why, I don't know, but they have. I think it started from section when I was meeting a lot of rape victims. It really bothered me, and then I did one show for Hotstar called Kamathipura. It was on prostitution. We were shooting in Kamathipura, and I was meeting so many prostitutes who would tell me that they would sleep for 500, 600 bucks, and half of the money the system takes, systems like the pimps and the cops and everybody, and eventually they don't get anything in hand. So they look for 3-4 customers in a day so that they can make at least 1,500, 2,000 bucks. That really killed me from inside, that what kind of life these women are living. So since then, these things have started affecting me. So when I saw Darlings, what I loved about the movie was the script. Now I'm talking as as somebody who's a part of the film industry. It's one movie which has an amazing dose of entertainment. It's like you laugh when you watch that movie. It has too much of drama, and at the same time they have spoken about an issue which is so relevant right now in the entire world. I'm not even saying India, in the entire world. So the mix of everything and the way they have shown is amazing. I loved it. And then the performances, all three of them are like kick-ass performers. So it was just click right on every aspect. So I loved it. I mean, how many movies do we see like that? Hardly these days.
But you didn't like Laal Singh Chaddha.
Yes, I didn't.
Can you elaborate? I read your tweet, but can you elaborate?
So when I saw Laal Singh Chaddha, they made a remake of a film which came 30 years back. I think 30 or 35 years back. I think that was the time when when audience never used to question you what you're making. I'm not saying that movie was great, but now you're making something which is in today's era, today's world. So some of the things didn't make sense to me. Like, he was running for 4 years. That time he was running for 4 years. 30 साल पहले किसी ने question नहीं किया कि तुम क्यों भाग रहे हो? He's running for 4 years and in the end he says कि मैं थक गया, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ. भाई तुम क्यों भाग रहे थे 4 साल तक? Justify तो करो. No, that's not important. So I think they didn't justify that, which is okay. I think they didn't feel that they needed to justify. It bothered me. It didn't bother people, but on a personal level, it bothered me. I want to question कि भाई क्यों 4 साल तक भागा? And then I'm a true patriotic girl. I love my country, and I think whatever they showed against the army was not cool. It was not cool. They recruited a mentally weak guy in US Army. They justified it why they did that. In America, the prime minister that time, I'm sure you must have read about it. He introduced a program where he was hiring 1 lakh of mentally disabled people to go and fight those wars, which according to him was not very special to send his best soldiers. He was criticized for that movement, but that was a movement that happened in US. Nothing like that happened in India. Indian Army does not recruit people like that. And Kargil just happened. We all remember Kargil. In Kargil war, everybody knows that the elitist of soldiers was sent, and that's not cool. You're showing that he's going and fighting a Kargil war, and then he rescues a terrorist and he's roaming freely in India. Like, you're questioning our government also, and he was a chief of army from that side of the world. So you're questioning our government also, that one terrorist is roaming freely and the government is not doing anything about it. So I can understand creative liberties in our film, but these are fundamental wrongs that you are doing. So these things bothered me. Movie was beautiful. The music was beautiful. Karina and Mona, I thought that they were the best part of the film, but I really didn't like anything more than that. I literally found it majorly flawed.
Have you seen Forrest Gump?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And compare the two.
It was a good film. I'm not a fan of Forrest Gump again, but it was a good film. I mean, I have a problem with this film on its fundamental issues. And I have a major problem with that, yeah.
But there were a lot of people on Twitter who also disagreed with you.
Like?
Like they,
Oh yes, yes. When I tweeted,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, they do. As I said, I'm a patriot, so that is why maybe it's affecting me more. People who don't care much about their country, and there are lots, they wouldn't mind. A lot of people say artists can take creative liberties. ले लो तुम यार, but इतनी मत लो. The entire army gang, like my half of my family is from army. Priyanka's dad, Pariniti's dad, they all are army
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
You talk to any army guy, they are so pissed with the movie. And on Independence Day, you say that our soldiers, they do so much to make our lives easy, and then you're mocking those soldiers. So I find that very hypocritical, to be honest. या तो तुम Independence Day पे कुछ मत करो, कुछ मत बोलो.
So I want to extend this conversation to when people start disagreeing with you on social media. Now, not just for Laal Singh Chaddha, but whether they start trolling you for some other reason or they comment on your picture. What's your reaction? I mean, do you get a little intimidated?
No, ignore.
No.
No, ignore.
And you don't reply back?
Oh, no, I don't. Because who are they, first of all? कौन है वो? मैं उनको जानती नहीं हूँ. I don't even know who they are, what they are. Maybe they are bots, maybe they are fakes, maybe they just created their account a day before. So why would I even waste my time in indulging any conversation with them? No, it's total ignore.
So, what type of films do you like?
What type of films? Like हिंदी में पूछ रहे हो कि वैसे ही पूछ रहे हो generally?
World cinema.
I don't like action films. I like drama. I like family. Like I love Jug Jug Jio. I love that film because it was. I saw a good family drama after such a long time. I'm a sucker of shows. I have seen probably 60% of Netflix. Thriller is amazing. Like I was just telling you that I want to see Dobara because of the time travel and parallel universe, because I've seen so many shows on parallel universe and time travel. Everybody is exploring that genre in the West, but in India nobody did. I think the only time travel movie we saw was 2050, Harman's movie.
Yeah.
After that, genuinely nobody attempted that, and that's a big genre to see. So I don't know how good or bad the movie is, but I just want to see for somebody to have balls to attempt that. So yeah.
Now, in this whole thing of what you're saying, time travel, etc., ये फिल्में पहले नहीं बनती थी. मतलब वो 2050 बनी, but वो भी मतलब in the sense एक ही बनी और
बहुत खराब तरीके से बनी शायद.
और नहीं चली तो फिर you know how the herd mentality is here.
Yeah.
So, what I want to ask you is, you also tweeted, I remember recently, that the content is changing and we are observing a shift in
cinema.
In cinema. Now, this shift, Meera, we also spoke about some 10 years back, and we were saying now the cinema is changing, etc., etc. But today, if you see the kind of state that Bollywood is in, is also due to the content that is being dished out, if you agree.
Yes.
While there may be other reasons.
Yeah.
But there is a certain kind of disconnect which has happened with the audience because the audience are not liking the films.
Yes.
Correct. So 10 साल पहले भी हमने ये कहा था बहुत अच्छा कंटेंट आने लगा है, ये आने लगा है, वो आने लगा है, अभी different young directors हैं, and you know there were a lot of names also being thrown up. They will revolutionize the cinema and take away those lost and found formulas and the hero villain films. Now today again we are talking just that. I mean, फिर से वही कह रहे हैं, मतलब क्या हुआ क्या? कुछ नहीं हुआ.
नहीं तो
the losses in the last 3-4 years
is massive,
and this year producers have closed their scripts which were they were attending to. They have incurred losses which are in three figures crores, obviously.
Yeah. What do you think? What is the reason?
I already told you, some kind of the films which are being dished out are not connecting with the audience. Now, whether you agree or not.
So I have a take on that. 10 साल पहले शायद हमने conversation करी होगी, but 10 years back we were not exposed to world cinema that we are today. I think post-pandemic, post-Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar, HBO, all these OTT coming, people have changed. We are honestly dishing out substandard products, substandard actors. Um, we are casting based on Instagram following.
Yeah,
I mean, how funny can you get? Cinema
Yeah.
is a serious business. You can't see, you can't cast on Instagram following, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you start doing that, you know that you are making a substandard product. Period. And when you are exposed to world cinema sitting at your home, we see best of the content sitting at your home. Why would you go out and watch a movie like whatever we are seeing since last 1 year or 2 years? Everybody's movies have flopped because they are substandard. Audience is not a fool. Audience have always given you love when you deserve it. They have always hold themselves back when you're spoon feeding them constantly something which they are tired of now. A 50-year-old guy cannot romance a 20-year-old girl. A 50-year-old guy cannot do a college guy's role. These things need to get stopped now. Why? Because we are exposed to better things just sitting at home. I think that's what has changed. This was working all this while because there was no other way of entertainment. हमारे पास हम Iranian movies नहीं देख पाते थे, हमें download करनी पड़ती थी. How many people can go on torrents and download stuff? I still don't know how to do that. But now when you can see that on your phone, on your TV, you don't want to see something which is not up to the mark. So I think that is which has changed, and our actors are still not being able to.
Are you saying that the senior actors need to reinvent themselves?
Of course they have to. Don't you think so?
And in what way? Like Amitabh Bachchan did it in Mohabbatein. He suddenly came up with that role.
Yeah, and it was
As a
amazing.
principal.
Yeah, it
As a
was
principal.
amazing. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm saying. They can't be doing what they are doing.
What you're saying is that they can't be continuing to play the hero and the villain.
Yeah, they can't.
But abroad में तो कई actors हैं
कौन है बताओ ना यार.
जो 50s, late 50s में भी हीरो बनते हैं.
हीरो बनते हैं लेकिन वो वाला कैरेक्टर वो ही होगा जो 50 साल का हीरो होगा. वो 20 साल का हीरो नहीं होगा. Now Tom Cruise came back in
I was just coming to
Top
that.
Gun. Top Gun is a cult film. People, like, when I went to the theater, I still remember the walk that he did wearing a helmet in Top Gun, which released back then. But he was made a coach who was 55 years old. He was not made a 25-year-old macho guy. So that's what I'm saying.
Do you think we have got obsessed with biopics and remakes?
I don't know. I've not really thought about that. Remakes, yes, we are doing a lot of remakes. I think original content is missing in Bollywood, and probably that's because writers are. We don't give importance to our writers. We still have very few good writers in our industry, because they are probably one of the lowest paid people. So I think we need to give more importance to writers to write original content. I am planning to produce a film, Vicky. For last 6 months, I was banging my head on Netflix to get something which I could remake, and then I decided, no, this is not what I want to do. I want some writer to write something original for me. I do want to copy paste. I don't want to chop or something.
Were you told by Netflix to do it in a certain way that they want this and this is what you should do?
No. This is what I decided after watching a lot of stuff, that cinema is changing so much.
No, because sometimes this happens that okay, we want it this way and not the way that you have come up with on the table.
That happens most of the times, but I think it's about your own creative satisfaction, that you want to do something which is extremely original and extremely new. Yes, whatever you're watching on TV is new too, but why can't you create new yourself? Aren't we capable of doing that, is my question. Why take everything from West?
Are you missing good music?
I was never a music person. So no, I'm not.
Okay.
I was never a music person actually. But you know what? The crazy thing is, if I ever have to listen to the music, I always go to R.D. Burman and Kishore Kumar. I never listen to latest Bollywood numbers. Like,
बस वही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि are you missing the music which we had in 70s or the catchy tunes which we had even in 80s 90s? I mean today, I mean, how much of it can you retain? Are you really missing that?
yeah, I think they were more. They had the longevity was much more. Like you can still go back and listen to it, but what we are listening today, the longevity is gone.
So while we are talking about these actors, doing similar roles, etc., what you said earlier, not exactly in these words, there are other elements also. I mean, like music. There's no music, so that
There's no
contributes
creativity
a
in
lot
music.
to the film.
It
आज
does.
आज फोकस सिर्फ बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक पे है. व्हेन यू टॉक टू अ लॉट ऑफ फिल्म टीम्स, दे से इसका बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक सुनो, ये सुनो, वो सुनो, बट गाने नहीं है.
So next month my movie is releasing Safed, and उसके गाने बहुत अच्छे हैं. My director took one year just to make music. It's a very small film, but he has spent so much time on music that I think that's gonna be the main point of the film. But I know what you're saying. I'm getting the gist of it. I think not many people put importance to music. उनके लिए यार एक तो बड़े एक्टर ने काम कर लिया, पिक्चर खत्म हो गई, वो इतना स्ट्रेस होता है ना कि जब वो खत्म हो जाता है तो लगता है किला फतेह हो गया. So every other aspect has become secondary now, I feel.
Okay. What about OTT?
OTT is amazing.
So
I love it.
So you going around and saying that I want to do web series?
Oh
do
yes, I'm
directors,
doing some
producers.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm open to OTT, but I want to do something again. I've made a very conscious effort, and that I want to do something which is meaningful, which is not frivolous. Like a Western show is getting made right now. It's a Netflix show only about 4 girls. I was offered that. I didn't. I said I don't want to do it because it was a story of 4 girls and exploring their life. I didn't see any meaning in it. So I want to do something which is strong, hard-hitting, meaningful, and which can probably make people think about. Like when you see Darlings, no, you think about it. तुम सोचते हो. So I want to do something like that on OTT, and OTT is easier to capture because they are making stuff like that.
Very bold, intimate scenes have become integral for this OTT,
Not really.
or are being inserted in OTT shows. Okay, let's put it this way.
I don't know. I've never even kissed on screen till now. I've always said I'm not comfortable with intimacy on screen. When I came to the industry, I refused so many films because of intimacy. Because when you come, you're offered the role the way you look. And I was being offered a lot of those roles, and I kept refusing them. I still refuse them, but now, honestly, I don't get many of them because people already know that she wouldn't do it. So I don't have a problem there. I don't get offered those.
You have a problem, you're saying you won't do those.
No, I don't have a problem like choosing, not choosing, because I don't get offered those roles. Because I'm very clear.
Would you
about
have done a
what I do it.
Kubbra Sait in Segregation?
Are you mad? No. I just told you I've never even kissed Vicky. Forget about taking your clothes. I'm not judging people who do it. I always say
No,
that.
I'm saying sometimes, the magnitude of the project, the name of the director.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm not 20 anymore to see, oh, this is so big that this will land me somewhere else. No, I'm not going to do it. If I'm not okay with it, I'm not going to do it. It could be a Hollywood project.
Like a Mandakini did for Raj Kapoor. I bet she wouldn't have done it for 99 other filmmakers.
Did she do it any time later on? I don't know. I don't know her journey. No, it was just that one film. See, that's what I said. Each to its own. What Kubbra did worked well for her because she got so much work after that. She went ahead and did Foundation in Hollywood. So it definitely worked for her. Probably if I'll do some like big, something like that, even I would go on the same journey, but I would choose not to go on that journey. So yeah, I'm fine with that, of letting it go.
Is Meera Chopra single? Today as we speak.
No, I'm never single.
And?
And
Who's the guy?
oh, who's the guy is nobody's business. That's something very personal and private.
Now that you said the media
Media will
start
keep no, doesn't matter.
finding out.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार तुम किसको डेट कर रहे हो किसको नहीं डेट कर रहे हो everybody is dating somebody or the other all the time.
You believe in marriage?
Totally. I've been trying to get married since last 5 years. This is your headline.
What do you mean I've been trying to get married?
Because you want a right guy to get married to, right? And every time you start dating a guy, after a few months, you feel this is not the right guy. So you need to find the right guy, so whom you think you can settle down with. So I'm trying for that since last 5 years.
Okay, so I wish you the best with this current guy. And in all your future assignments, Meera, we really want to see more of you.
Yes, you will, I promise.
Please underline that.
Yes.
And thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.